One.
Hello ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to our second episode of Friday Live from PCC, coming to you from our beautiful Pasadena City College campus. I'm your host, India B, and it's a pleasure to be able to host this absolutely awesome show we have planned for you today. Here at Friday Live, we love our amazing college, and we want to showcase it ourselves as best as we can to share that love. We have some great segments in store for you, so stick around. We also have plenty of work that was done by your fellow Lancers. We have personal projects, commercials, some really great segments that are all made in-house by our Lancers for our Lancers. But we aren't the only ones putting on a show for the ages, though. The PCC Theater Department debuted William Shakespeare's famous play, Hamlet, set in the 1500s Denmark time, a story of power, passion, and revenge that is just as relevant today as it was then. If you missed the initial showing, worry not, because you can always check it out on the live stream showing on our YouTube channel, PCC TV. So be sure to support your fellow Lancers and enjoy this amazing show our Creative Arts Department has put together for us all. Also, it's the last day of the International Week of PCC. If you missed out on the foreign filming screens of cultural shows, performances, music, and cuisine from Armenian, China, France, Italy, Japan, Germany, Russia, don't worry, because there's a very special documentary film screening of The Hidden Map, followed by a Q&A with the filmmaker Annie Hovansian, sorry Annie, I messed your name up. Annie Hovansian for Armenian Heritage Month next Tuesday night from 6 o'clock to 8 o'clock p.m. There are many more events coming on that you can participate in or simply enjoy, like the 4th Annual Health and Wellness Fair next Monday and Tuesday from 10 to 3 p.m. in the Quad, or check out the Open Mic Poetry Day Tuesday from 1 to 2:30 p.m. in C325. Find a career for you by attending the Pasadena City College Spring 2022 Career Fair next Thursday in the Quad from 10 a.m. to 1 p.m. Don't miss out on all the great opportunities to meet with companies seeking to hire PCC students. So for more event dates and information, visit pasadena.edu and check out the Calendars tab for a full view of all the PCC events. All right, we're going to get this show on the road now with students producing segments and a very special guest. But first, we'll catch you right after this quick break from Friday Live from PCC. Are you a PCC student interested in connecting with a network of professionals in film, television, and radio? If so, the SMPTE Club is for you. The SMPTE Club stands for the Society of Motion Picture and Television Engineers. Through the SMPTE Club, you can network with like-minded individuals and meet influential innovators leading the industry, successfully bringing creative visions to life for educational and entertainment purposes. In SMPTE, whether you're a first-year student or an advanced student looking to jumpstart your professional career.
In this project here at PCC, it's a little bit of telling a story about my family, about immigration, and kind of living within two cultures or two places, two landscapes. Well, the photos that you see in the show here at PCC were taken or collected by my father, so they're a little bit of a collaboration. I call it a psychic collaboration with my father, but also a little bit of a love letter to my father and to my family. Some of my earliest paintings were kind of self-portraits or portraits of my family, and kind of trying to convey, I guess, our story, and as a way of saying we're here. My art practice is based in painting, or what people might call painting in the expanded field, but I also make work in film, video. I make textile kind of pieces, performance, installational pieces, and I use photography in my work. And I have many different influences. I'm, Painting wise, I mean, I love the kind of like the early 20th century, like Matisse and paintings, and I love the surrealist artists. I mean, my work isn't necessarily surrealist, but I think their approach to experimentation is something that really influences me. I love the pop art movement, geometric abstraction painting in the US, but also in Latin America. So what art really teaches you is problem solving. And so the making of, if you're a painter or a sculptor, is like one part of it, but those skills of problem solving, critical thinking, and you can like use your art and in many ways. So not just in the gallery format, but as a production designer, as an art designer, as a graphic web designer, an internet content maker. So usually artists are art makers, but they also use those skills in other ways.
Thank you, Adelio, for that wonderful segment. All right, everybody. Hey, we have some great information about PCC sports coming up with our guy, Terrell. So, Terrell, take it away.
Hi, everybody. I'm Terrell, and this is a Friday Live Sports Edition. Our PCC baseball team kicked off April's Full Day feeling good with a double win against Compton at Jackie Robinson Memorial Field on March 30th and 31st. The wins brought PCC to a 21-7 overall, reaching the 20th win plateau for the fourth straight full season under the head coach, Pat McGee. The team carried on their win streak against Compton with their third win last Saturday, April 2nd, making PCC one of the 5 teams in the state with at least 22 victories, improving 11-4 in the South Coast Conference record, breaking our record tie with San Antonio. With this momentum, PCC baseball team went into a 3-game set with Rio Hondo on Tuesday, April 5th, Tuesday, April 7th, and tomorrow at noon. Tuesday and Thursday brought Lancers 2 wins, 17-9 and 2-1. In yesterday's game, the Lancers' outstanding pitcher starter Ryan Graves and long receiver Benny O'Gwen. They able to hold Rio Hondo in just 4 hits in the game. Offensively, the Lancers played small ball, getting runs for my guy, Arianis Harrison fly in the second inning. In this 7th inning, they scored another run with a speedy Harrison caused havoc on the base path, forcing Rio Hondo to make a throwing error that allowed Jacob Grotto to score, putting the Lancers ahead 2-1. The team now holds a 9-game winning streak, 24-7 overall and 13-4 overall in the South Conference, and ranked 8th in the state. This 3-game set against Rio Hondo College ends tomorrow afternoon. Good luck, Lancers. We're rooting for you. And that's all for sports. Back to you, India.
Thank you for Terrell. That was awesome. All right, Lancers, get out there and support our sports team. All right. Hope you all enjoyed that Friday Live Sports Edition. Next up, we have a great exercise and health segment in store for you, and a special guest interview with the director of the Freeman Center. But first, please enjoy this short commercial break from Friday Live from PCC.
All right, we're done.
Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to the Friday Live Health and Wellness segment. Today, I am joined by the amazing, the fantabulous Mr. Justin Lee. Justin, how are you doing today?
I'm doing great. I like your intro. It made me kind of flattened. I'm not sure how I should respond it.
You're responding great. Honestly, just continue being yourself, and you're going to continue to get the praise. It just comes naturally to you. So we're coming back. In the last segment, we talked about your goals. You wanted to put on muscle, put on some. Well, what were your goals? Let's hear it from you directly.
Well, I want to focus on building core, primary abs, Because what if I go for the summers, I want to have a Spider-Man-like body. Not saying the one with the suit, but the one without the suit.
Yeah.
Tom Holland's.
Tom Holland is pretty ripped, yeah, and we did mention that last time that you did want the Spider-Man body, and that works perfectly. The abs is what we're actually going to be doing today. We have a tiny bit of a circuit. As I understand, you cannot lift, right? You have a little bit of a shoulder injury?
Yeah, I play a little bit too much catch.
A little too many football throws, and that's understandable. You know, when you have injuries, you should definitely take care of it, which we will, which is why we're going to focus on abs.
How about that?
So this first workout is going to be pretty easy. You're going to sit here.
Okay.
You're going to try and look forward as much as you can, and you're just going to go from side to side.
Ooh.
And then when you return, that's one. So
that's one.
1,
2,
2. And then we're going to go up to, we'll say 30.
Ooh.
I want to see how you feel after 30.
5.
So I learned this in football.
Foundations. Other than that, I kind of changed up my diets. I haven't had any carbohydrate food for a while. Mostly proteins. Well, actually, primary proteins.
That's good.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure we're way past 30 and my abs are burning. But that's no excuse, right? This next workout you actually showed me.
Oh.
What is it called?
The penguins.
The penguins?
The penguins.
Let's
Oh
see.
wait, that's not penguins.
Dolphin,
that's
right?
dolphin. That's dolphins.
Let's do it. How do we?
So that's actually one I learned from the gyms. Is you sit down strictly, then you slightly raise your leg, and then you just go up and down, and for like a period of time.
How long?
Usually 30 seconds.
Crew, can we get a minute timer? Crew, can we get 45 seconds?
I don't think so, but
Crew. You can't give up. You never give up. 2. Okay.
But yeah,
Okay.
that's one of my worst workouts that I hate. I don't really like it. I very dislike it.
Put me on that list too. Okay, we're gonna move on. So we're gonna go catch up with Kaylin and see how she's been doing on her journey. Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome. We are now here joined by the amazing Miss Kaylin Johnson.
Hello. Thank you for having me.
That is amazing. What do we have here? What are we eating?
Looks like we got some teriyaki chicken, this is zucchini?
Fried
It's good.
zucchini.
Fried zucchini, it's good zucchini. And some white rice.
And some white rice. So to recap from the last episode, your goals were to put on just slightly more mass, correct? In what sense, in your own words, so the audience can, for the audience?
I'm like 5'10", so I'm tall. And, you know, I don't necessarily like being this skinny. I would like to be a little bit bigger. I find my body builds muscle a bit better when I have more weight on me already.
Yeah.
So I don't want to start going heavy on trying to build muscle because I'm afraid that'll make me lean down too much and just be kind of even smaller. I know I need to eat more.
Yeah, that's true. You have to break it down to a science. Fundamentally, if you want to put weight on, it's more calories in than calories out. If you want to take weight off, it's more calories out than calories in. If I'm not mistaken, you did yoga at the very least. Do you still do yoga now?
I do, although I'm trying to transition more into ice skating.
Okay.
Which will help me a little bit with like leg mass. It kind of goes hand in hand with the yoga, like yoga for flexibility, ice skating for strength. It targets a lot of my ankles, really. And then when I am squatting and ice skating, I like try and get low.
Yeah, that's
I feel
true.
my quad muscles flare up a bit.
Yeah.
I hit like a segment of my muscles that I don't hit normally with other things that I do.
Yeah.
So, ice skating.
How was this meal?
This was great.
It was great.
Thank you for that.
Is it very, is it inspiring to eat more in the future?
Yeah.
Is it a good
I kind of
little-
want more.
Well, hey, this is about making food, right? So here's the rice recipe. You gotta get the bag of rice, no
Okay.
instructions.
Bag of rice.
2 cups
2 cups
of water
of water
for every 1 cup of rice.
for every 1 cup of rice. Okay.
You wash out the rice so the starch gets out. You put the rice in, you put the water in, you put it to boil. Once it starts boiling, you put it low, cover it up, and you just let it cook. 15 minutes, once the water disappears, let it off, keep it cooking, and boom, you have great white rice. It's about just eating food healthily, and the best way to eat healthy food is to make it yourself and know what's going in it. This is a great way to get into that. You don't need to cook chicken fresh. They're great, easy meals. They're healthy. They're going to keep you wanting to eat more, and that's what we want to promote. Healthy eating. That's great. You know, maybe the next episode we'll be out on the ice together, getting a nice little workout in.
Fun.
You, Justin, and I.
Yeah,
out
Justin
on the
likes
ice
ice
together.
skate too.
Yep. So hopefully, fingers crossed, and we'll see you then in the next episode. Thank y'all for watching, and we'll catch you back in the studio.
College was born because there came to this valley a man who valued his vision for mankind above his own advantage. And because that man found in this valley a man who wanted beauty for his fellow man as he wanted no other thing. Sometimes when I'm with you, it's as if you were near. You say
Muscle, you know, it helps the body.
Just to move the body.
Oh, you're not the first. Many a man older than you has come to argue
the
it.
time for being little college has passed. We must take our place as one of the important colleges. I make bold to say, one of the important universities of the Middle West.
Great dream was fought for in Hungary. To that old dream, I say, wake up, old dream! Wake up and fight!
Hey, welcome back to Friday Live from PCC, streaming on PCC TV from our beautiful campus television studio. If you're a student interested in learning television studio production, TVR 7 will be available this summer at Pasadena City College, so don't miss out. Now that we're back, I'm very happy to introduce to you our special guest, Jason Barquero, Director of Robert G. Freeman Center for Career and Completion. Jason, welcome.
Thank you for having me, Indy. I appreciate
Yes,
it. Thank
absolutely.
you. This is fun.
Right?
Yeah.
All right, so let's just get right into the questions, shall we, for you? Okay, so first and foremost, what's your background and what do you do at the center, Jason?
Yeah, so like you introduced me beautifully, Director of the Robert G. Freeman Center of Career and Completion here at PCC, better known as a Career Center. And so I am the Center Director. I've been here since April of 2020. In fact, my 2-year anniversary was just this past week. And so
Congratulations.
Thank you. And so I actually started here at Pasadena City College in the midst of the pandemic.
Wow.
You know, so I came from Otis College of Art and Design prior to that.
Oh,
so
I heard that's a great school too.
It's a great art and design school, and so I have about 17 years experience in higher ed, working mostly in career education. Also worked for alumni relations at some other colleges as well. Claremont Graduate University. I was at Occidental College not too far from here as well. So all doing career advising, employer relations, working with alumni, really connecting our students with industry. And that's what we're doing at the Freeman Center now. So that's a little bit about me. I am also a community college alum, not of PCC, but of Cerritos College. And we were just chit-chatting a moment ago. So just like many of you and the students, I too was a radio major at one point and wanted to do some media work. And so I
have a great speaking voice.
Well, I hope so for your show, right, for your listeners. But part of the reason I bring that up because this is my first time working at a community college. And the reason why I wanted to work at a community college was because of my own experience and being able to explore and have sets like these and do amazing things like these. I know I did at my college, and it helped me and really introduced me into the world of work and some of the things that I do now, even here at this school and even outside of here. So it's great to be back working with community college students. And it's a little bit about my background.
This is a world-class university. We are a community college, but we're definitely high up there in the rankings. And we're very happy to have you here with us now.
Yeah,
awesome.
Absolutely.
So can you tell us a little bit about the background of the Freeman Center and where it's located on our campus?
I'm always excited to talk about the background of the Freeman Center. So career services has always existed at Pasadena City College, but the Freeman Center cut the ribbon in, as they like to say, in 2019. So we're almost 3 years in. So in May 2019, we cut the ribbon on the Robert G. Freeman Center for Career
So it's a
Completion.
beautiful new building.
It is.
I visited it once. It's very nice.
Have you? That's great. We really encourage folks to do so. So IT 200, the best way to tell folks where we're located is right off a hill in that turnaround. So if you're ever at the turnaround there in that staff parking lot, you'll see the half circular building says Freeman Center outside. Nice. And so we're 3 years in, we're still relatively new. Our first full academic year was the 2019-2020 academic year, but then we know how that ended, of course. Exactly. So we were really 3 quarters into the year, and that was before I started. And so the Freeman Center was put together as this idea to really bring industry, our counseling folks, all of our advising, all career exploration, as well as all of our external folks together under one house. So students have their own location where they can prepare for the world of work, explore careers, and that's really what we're doing now. And so we've had to tweak a little bit, obviously, because of the pandemic, and so, but we're slowly getting back students on campus, actually pretty rapidly, and so we're excited to welcome everybody, both virtually and in person right now at the center.
So you can help the students put together their CVs, their curriculum, like block it out on their resumes, showing what they've done?
Absolutely, that and much more. Look, I'm glad you brought that up. The one thing I want to say before I forget, because I know my staff would kill me if I didn't say this, we always talk about how there's this misnomer at all colleges, and every college and university I've ever worked at, that you need to have it all together, you need to have a perfect resume, I need to know exactly what I want to do before I walk into the Career Center. That's actually not true. Okay. We're there to help you. Okay, so good. We want to demystify students thinking, oh, I'm not going to go in there because I'm going to get judged, or they want me to have certain things, or Jason's going to look at my resume. That's why we're there. It's why we exist. So yes, to answer your question, we'll help you prepare your resume if you've never built one. We'll help you prepare your cover letter if you've never built one. Maybe you do have one, but if you need someone to take a look at it, get a second eyeball on it or a third person on it, we're there to help you. And there's no limit to the amount of appointments and time that our staff will spend with students to help them not only with their cover letter and their resume, but job preparation, looking for jobs, looking through a job board. But way before that, and then I don't want to go into the weeds, but there's a lot more exploration that happens before that. And really at the heart of what we do is we're really trying to help students figure out where they want to go, connect the dots, courses that they're taking, their majors connected to their aspirations, and how to connect that.
And if they want to transfer also? Absolutely.
Now the Transfer Center, of course, manages at the core all of the transfer opportunities, and that's the best place. But we can help students explore those opportunities for those that want to explore transfer opportunities or entering the world of work.
Now, would you say that LinkedIn is also good for students to become involved with, and can you help them set up their LinkedIn profiles?
Yes and yes. That's the easy, quick answer. I always tell students, if you don't have a LinkedIn, get one, and if you have one, great, but we're more than happy to help students build one out because it is a little intimidating. We can help them build it out, we can help take a look at it as well, but yes, to give you the short answer, LinkedIn still, and has been for 20 years now or so, is really the leading professional social media site that's out there for folks to professionally get out there and engage with industry, but also engage with colleagues at other colleges and other fellow students at colleges and universities.
Very nice. Now, when a student comes, what would they need to bring to the table? Like any kind of materials at all, or can I just blank slates, or how does it work?
Blank slate is fine. That's a great question though, India, because there's a lot of different entry points depending who you are as a student, right? So for example, for the interest of time, I'll talk about our first year student. If you're a first year student, new to college, not just new to PCC, but maybe new to college, and you want to explore, and you're probably undecided, you may not know exactly what you want to major in or where you want to take your career, our counselors are amazing at sitting down with you as a student and really helping you sort that out and build that out, and even helping you build an ed plan as well along with that.
So what do you want to instill in students when they come, or what do you want the students to take home with them after they've left the center?
Well, the first thing I would say is utilize us early. Don't wait until you're ready to transfer. Don't wait until you're ready to graduate. As soon as you enroll your very first semester, let us help you. Let us help you get ready. We'll start where you're at, whether it's your resume, whether it's a job interview, whether you're just starting from scratch, like you said, blank slate.
Yeah, blank slate.
Absolutely. And then we want them to leave with more encouragement. We want them to leave more excited, and hopefully they've been able to learn and they're more informed about how to make career decisions. That's at the core of what we do.
Okay, all right. So what should the goal of every student be?
The goal of every student in terms of career, I would say, and our goal as well, is that when students come through the Career Center, is that they're better informed on how to make career decisions for themselves. We're not in the business of telling any student or alum what they should do, what career they should pursue, but we're definitely in the business of helping you make really strong, informed decisions, teaching you how to research, showing you the way so that you can feel better about your own career decisions going forward.
Well, thank you for all this wonderful information about the Freeman Center. It was a delight having you.
Thank you so much, India. I was happy to be here.
Awesome. Well, do you guys want to go to the Freeman Center today and maybe, you know, get involved? Do you have a contact, like an email or anything?
Absolutely. So we're open Monday through Fridays from 8 to 4:30, on Tuesdays and Wednesdays until 6:30. The best way is to email us at freemancenterpcc@pasadena.edu for any questions. They can reach out to us there. And do
you have a phone number?
Phone numbe I've lost the top of my head. You made me.
You know that was coming next.
The best way to find us, honestly, is go to the PCC website, type in Freeman Center, or if you Google Freeman Center PCC, it'll come up right away and you'll get our link. We have a beautiful website with all of our resources on there.
Now, of all the universities you said you've worked at, what really stood out about PCC to make you want to make this your home?
No, that's easy. The students and the alumni, because I was a community college student, so I can identify with a lot of our students where they're at, and what was missing maybe for myself as a community college student that I wish not only my college would have had, that I would have taken advantage when I was a student. And so that's what makes it special for me, is the students that are here, because I can identify with them.
And you're awesome. We're very happy to have you.
Thank you, India. Appreciate being here. Yeah.
Have a great day.
Thank you.
All right, well, thank you so much, Jason, for coming on our show. And you guys make sure to get over to the Freeman Center earlier than later and get that started. All right. Well, I hope you all enjoyed this interview with our lovely Jason here. And up next on Friday Live, we have the incredible Grammy-nominated producer, David Rhythym D. Weldon, aka The Genie, giving us his latest and greatest on his life and times as a world-class producer. Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to another episode of Friday Live from PCC, coming to you live from our beautiful Pasadena City College campus. I'm your host, India B, and I hope you're ready for another great guest. We have in store for you today legendary Grammy-nominated hip-hop producer, Rhythym D. Welcome, Rhythym.
Thanks for having me.
For those of you who aren't aware of Rhythym D's work, he's worked with several artists, such as Eazy-E, Snoop Dogg, Mac 10, Bone Thugs and Harmony, and was nominated for a Grammy for his work of production on Diddy by Paperboy. Where are you from, and how did you get the name Rhythym D?
I am from South Central LA, which is South Los Angeles, California, born and raised. I got the name Pop Lockin' about like maybe 14, around the time when hip hop kind of like really, came into the big scene of America.
So you were there for the inception of hip hop?
Yes, very much so. But I was young. I was, being 12, 14, heard Planet Rock and just decided to, I wanted to be behind the scenes as a music producer. But that was only a dream at the time. And now here I am.
Hearing Planet Rock, is that what got you into music, or how did you actually get into the music industry?
First, it's not what you know, it's who you know. Mm-hmm. So I started finding out that you had to have equipment. And the first piece of equipment that I needed was an SP-1200.
SP-1200.
Yeah, which is a drum machine, that was used in all of hip hop back then. Mm-hmm. And that was real expensive. So I started having different managers. And I found one manager that was actually able to afford to buy me one. And I signed a contract with him, and that, to me, that was my
How old were you when you first signed your first record deal?
I'd say about 17. It was a management contract.
That was a management contract.
It was a management contract.
Okay, so how old were you when you signed your first official record deal?
I was 22 when I signed my first.
So it took you about 5 years of working from that management contract to actually sign a record deal.
Yes.
At 22.
Exactly.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
And so during that interim, you were just honing your craft.
Yeah, I was practicing and learning how to create hip hop beats. The technology wasn't where it's at now. wasn't a lot of sampling time, was no auto-tune, you know what I mean? Like, it was, you know, but you don't miss what you don't know that you're gonna get.
So you were sampling off of the actual album?
Yeah, that was a whole different ball game. I would get records, old records, take all my dad's records. They had like crates and crates of, you know, jazz and blues, and I would sample and make hi-hats and kick drums and just try to mimic what I would hear. So I just started building my craft and my skill level, and that kind of helped me progress. You know, once I found that manager that bought me the equipment, then I got better and better, and that's the story. You know, all of a sudden,
well, that's part of the story, because you have a lot more to your story.
A lot more.
Such as, how did you start working with Eazy-E? And what is the most memorable experience during that time of working with Eazy? Okay,
so I started working with Eazy-E via being on Death Row Records. So
you took Dr. Dre's place.
Yes, but it's a backstory to that. So this story goes all the way back to me meeting Suge Knight before anybody knew who Suge Knight was. His cousin, which was a girl by the name of Tammy, and she had a rap name called Sparkle. And she tells me, she's like, yo, you know, you got some dope beats, Rhythm. You need to meet my cousin. He's got a label he started. And I'm like, okay. So I had met up with so many people about doing music for him. I was like, what the heck? Let me go meet up with this guy and see what he's all about. So I was doing some music for her at the time, and she gave him my number, and we ended up linking up at the Fat Burger over off of Lancashire out here in Cali. And when I met him, you know, he comes out, he's like, you know, what kind of burger you want? You know, I'm finna get a double-double, and I'm like, all right, this is Suge, yeah. So he comes out, we hit it off real good. We sit there and talk for about an hour, and he was like, yeah, I got this label, but he never said anything about it being Dr. Dre and his label. He was just like, this is my label, and I had no idea who he was. So it was all about me getting work at the time, because when you're a producer, you want to have what is called a track record. So the
literally
more,
and figuratively.
Definitely, because the more, it's like being a lawyer, the more cases that you win, the more you can charge, because you have a track record of, you know, this is what you do. So I really sought after that, and I was like, well, if I can get a song over here on this artist and a song on that one, then my name will start floating around. And ended up meeting Suge, and he offered me a position over there to work at Death Row. But like I said, I didn't know that was Death Row. And time passed a little bit after that. You know how it doesn't happen right away. And the Diddy just kept blowing up and blowing up and blowing up, until finally I signed that paperwork to do the whole album on Paperboy. And that was my first record deal as I was trying to be on Death Row. I don't see Suge for a minute, and all of a sudden I run into the Lady of Rage. Okay. Didn't know who she was, but she comes with another female rapper to my house, and I'm playing beats, and she walks in, she's like, damn, you super dope. You need to meet Dr. Dre. And I was like, yeah, I need to meet Dr. Dre. So I meet Dre through Suge. I meet a guy by the name of this really dope engineer named John Payne. I go, Suge has me meet up with him because Rage calls Suge. And I'm like, oh, so you know Suge? He was like, yeah, it's his label. So now I'm like, okay. So before anybody knew that there was gonna be a Death Row, I was right in the middle of it, right in the beginning. And through my dealings with Death Row, I run into Eazy's baby mama. And you know, the universe is funny. You know, I'm over there as they're dissing Dr. Dre. Wow. I'm around during the whole Chronic. I actually produced a song called Down With My Ninja.
That's a Paradise.
Yeah,
and that was on
Paradise.
The Deep Cover soundtrack.
The Deep Cover soundtrack.
Great soundtrack.
I appreciate it.
Great soundtrack.
And that was the introduction to Snoop. And of course, that's where Deep Cover came out, and it introduced Snoop to the world. And then after that, I turned on the radio, and I heard the Diddy on Kiss FM, which is a serious pop station. So yeah, that's
total pop.
And I was I already got my niche. I've already got a hit record. So I didn't need to be on Death Row. I really wanted to be my own entity, my own self. My passion was to get Rhythym D out. not to be up under anybody, or, you know, you gotta, you know, when, like Kobe said, if you are that, then you be that.
Then you be that.
You know,
That's
fear
right.
no man if
That's
you
right.
are that too.
Facts.
So it just pushed me even deeper into becoming who I was as a producer and getting my sound out. I had a hit record on the radio, and, you know, that's what led me to being introduced to Eazy's baby mama, Tracy. And
Who
she
introduced you subsequently?
yeah, she was rapping, because I ended up producing some music for her, and I was doing such a good job at it. She would just be like, "Hey, you need to meet my baby daddy. He needs you." And I would be like, "Well, who's your baby daddy?" She'd be like, "Let's finish my music." She wouldn't tell me till after I produced maybe like the 5th song. And one night, you know, we're banging it out in the studio, and everybody's happy and they're listening to the song, and she goes, "You know, I'm gonna tell you who my baby daddy is." And she told me it was Eazy-E. So now I had a choice. So it was like, okay,
Choose what side.
that part.
Left or right.
It was like, okay, if you're a basketball player, you can be on the team where you're not the star, or you can be on the team where you're the franchise player, even if they're a losing team. So I chose to be a franchise player instead of being on the winning team, and it paid off. So
You chose to be your own man.
yes, but signing to Ruthless, it was the team that was up against the winning team.
Right.
So it wasn't losing in no way in the industry, but the popularity of what Death Row was doing was taking the shine away from Ruthless as a label.
And why did they call you the genie?
Because I can do any type of music. I can produce and arrange anything, from hip hop to R&B to EDM to dubstep to you name it. I've been blessed with that gift. You know what I mean? That's something that's like a superpower. So every day I wake up.
So you're not just limited like some other producers
No.
in your niche. You can go
Anywhere.
the gamut.
Yeah. Well, see, it's the difference between a producer and a beat maker. Right now, making beats is very popular. It's changed. The technology has made it to where you can fake it a lot. That's the difference between my era and the era now. Now everything is given to you. You know, take these million sounds. You know what I'm saying? Now they even cornied it out to where you can buy verses. There's like an app that you can just take verses and put them together to make.
You are, stop it. So people aren't even writing their own songs.
No, there's an app for that.
No.
Like, you take this verse and put it with this one and make your own song.
I mean, that just kind of kills the whole creativity vibe.
That part. That's why everything kind of sounds the same. Like it's on this, you know, this steering wheel that's turning around. It's all kind of like cookie cutter.
Now you say you're really interested now in focusing in on your legacy. If you have one message to give to your fans, or one thought that you'd like to leave with them, what would that be?
That would be to never give up. Stick with your passion, and you'll never feel like you're doing any work. And trust the process. Be slow to anger. Learn to deal with disappointment. Those are the key elements. Use this chakra instead of this one. This is very hard and difficult to use. It's very powerful to be able to deal with emotions. And this is an industry that's full of emotions, especially now with social media and everything. It's like, look at me and this is what I'm doing. Stay focused. That's the best advice I can give you.
Speaking of social media, and that was great what you said, and I could really feel that. I love when you said use this chakra instead of this one.
Definitely.
Stay away from the. So if anybody wants to follow you, speaking of social media, where could they do that?
You can follow me on IG. I'm very low on social media, but you follow me on IG at Rhythym D, RHYTHMD. That's it. Everything else is, I don't really use it too much, but Instagram, I'm on there.
Okay.
All right.
All right. Well, thank you, Rhythm, for being here with us today.
Yes,
It was a
good to
pleasure
meet
to
you.
have you. Good to meet you
Yes.
and see you too.
Yes.
Well, there you have it. I hope you guys enjoyed this very special edition of Friday Live from PCC, and thank you for coming to our guest, Rhythym D.
Thank you for having me.
And you all listen, the show's not over yet. We'll be back right after this brief commercial break with the Spicy Cues coming up next. Welcome back. That was a great interview, right? Well, if you want to see more from this interview, check out the full version on our YouTube channel, PCC TV. And also, check out the past live streams from The Inheritors, Hamlet, and our latest episode of Friday Live, actually our premiere episode from Friday Live. And hey, don't forget to subscribe, tell all your friends, hit those like buttons, and post comments. Tell us how we can improve the show, what you guys want to see, what you all want to see stories on, okay? Now, a few weeks ago, our crew member Justin went on a retreat with the Cardinal and Gold Leadership Program. This leadership program believes that everyone can be a leader. Be that in class, on the job, or in the home, we can all have an impact. The Cardinal and Gold program is open to all PCC students. So if you're interested in joining, you could contact Carrie Afuso at CMAfuso, that's CMAfuso at Pasadena.edu. I'm going to say that again. That's CMAfuso at Pasadena.edu. Now, you know what? Let's just talk a little bit amongst ourselves. Really think about what we saw here today. Maybe think about that Freeman Center interview we had and how we can really utilize all the great things here at Pasadena, City College. All right, think about that. Now let's take a look at Justin's video about that retreat.
The goal of the Cardinal Gold Student Leadership Retreat is really to help students discover the leaders within. So everyone can be a leader. You don't necessarily have to have these perfect communication skills. You don't have to have experience. Everyone can be a leader. We tell students that you're a leader in your home, you're a leader in your church, in your family. So we really try and build on those skills to help students be the best leader they can be, to help them achieve whatever they want. Some folks just want to be better parents. Some folks want to eventually own their own business. It's really how do we help you achieve your goal and really help you, discover that you are a leader. A leader is not a position where it's hierarchical, like we think the president. I think leadership happens throughout your life in various places and various spaces.
My key takeaway from this retreat is that you can find and build community anywhere, and to get to that point, you have to get to the headspace of being understanding and respecting others' values, but also respecting your own.
Where I see it going in the future is that it becomes more than it currently is. Right now, I still lead a lot of things, and we have one student lead. I would really like to see this become its own standalone, where it's totally student-led, and I'd like to see the students branch out more into providing leadership training for the campus at large, and for them to be recognized as the campus training leadership group for PCC.
Hey, my name is James. I am the Pathways Center Coordinator for the Pathways FYE Center. This center is really a space for FYE students to just make themselves at home. It offers a really good study space, access to technology. We have a ton of materials that help support you. The real highlight of this center is our academic support. We have our success coaches that can connect you with virtually any resource on campus and just partner with you to make sure that you have everything you need. We have academic support here with tutors, and we also have specially designated FYE counselors to help you with academic planning. So stop by the center, come check it out, and we can help you with everything that you need to be successful at PCC.
Hi everyone, this is Justin here. Welcome to a new episode of Just in Time. Just in Time. How about that? So right now we're in the international affairs here on campus in the core areas. Behind me is all the club that's associated with the internationals. They're showing off their cultures, their dynamics, and we're here to interview them to see what they bring to the table and to this event. First off, we're gonna check off our global club. Hi there. Can I do a quick interview with you? So, okay, what population does the global club serve? What's your missions?
We're a diverse club, so we encourage different cultures. And as you can see, we have people from different countries. We have Vietnamese, we have Chinese, and we're inviting more and more local people as well. We have volunteer activities as well. So we just have, mainly, we just want to serve our community and give out more opportunities for our different diverse cultures students to come and help in the PC and our community as well.
Perfect. Thank you very much. We're going to keep going on and find our next club. Hi, can I ask what did you bring to the event today?
We represent Armenian subcommittee, Pasadena Sister Cities. And so we're promoting a student exchange program. And Pasadena Sister Cities has got 6 cities, 6 countries. And it was established during Eisenhower, the president at the time. So it's people-to-people interaction, promoting peace and friendship. So these are the brochures.
All right, thank you very much. Cool. And lastly, if you take a look at over there, we'll see a lion that's to show up here at PCC campus. Nice. All right, we're gonna interview a person who's in charge of this event to ask them about the lions. Hello, Michael. Oh, almost there. Almost there. Hi, Michael.
Hi.
Can I ask you about the lions?
Sure.
What do you know about them and why are they here?
I believe the lions are an auspicious animal for the Chinese culture. And so oftentimes at celebrations and in the new year, correct me if I'm wrong, they have them come. And so today, since we have this festival and we couldn't hold the Lunar New Year festivities in person, we decided to bring them in today.
Okay, thank you.
Got it. Thank you, Michael. And that concludes today's episode. I will see you in the next one. Bye-bye.
Hello everyone, my name is Clark and welcome to Spicy Cues, a Lancer Studios production. Today's episode won't have a host, but rather 2 handsome guests, present company included. Next to me, I have my good friend Anthony.
Hi guys, I'm Anthony. It's such a pleasure to be here today. What makes this episode even more special is both of us will star in the PCC Theater Department's Hamlet, which premiered last night. We have another showing tonight as well, so please come check us out.
All right, Anthony, I think we should get started. Let's eat some of these wings.
All right.
Okay, so we have 3 separate levels of wings. Let's start off with the first wing, sriracha level, which should be a walk in the park. I love sriracha.
And I like walks in the park.
All right. I believe we are going to ask the first question first and then take the bite. So, who will you portray in the upcoming Hamlet? And do you resemble any qualities of that character?
So I will be playing Laertes in Hamlet, and I feel like Laertes can be hot-headed. I feel like that's his main characterization. Like he just reacts without thinking, and I can be like that in some ways.
Excellent. I play Claudius. I have no desire to kill my brother's wife, so in that way I am not resembling my character, but I do like to be in charge sometimes, order some people around. That is good. And so we feast for the first, the sriracha. Okay. A good flavor. Okay, yeah, there's a kick. It happened a little bit, but
yeah,
oh,
hasn't gotten to me yet. See how this goes.
All right, there, first one down. Okay, our next wing is the Tabasco Mango Habanero.
This one should be delicious and sweet.
Woo! The second question:
what drew you to acting and/or performing arts, and what inspired you, or who inspired you?
I really I enjoy Shakespeare, and I always wanted to try acting exchange. And when I had acting class with Debbie, who was our director, and she asked me to try out for this, never really thought I would do it. Got the part, and it's been amazing. So
that's great. Yeah, Debbie's great. For me, I think it started in high school. I never thought I would be interested in acting or theater specifically, but then I had this friend, and they said that they wouldn't let me have their phone number until I went out and tried to audition for the play. And I did that, and yeah, it worked out. And from there, I just kind of fell in love with acting.
There we go. All right, mango habanero.
Okay.
It's just sweet. I taste the mango.
It reminds me of a Slim Jim.
Okay, I feel the heat, but it's not killing me.
It's there. It's present.
Oh yeah, that's the after heat is definitely there. Okay. Now on to the last wing. The Bravado Spice, aka miso with ghost pepper and Carolina Reaper. All right, if you had an opportunity to act with any celebrity, who would it be and why?
Oh, maybe Denzel Washington or Tom Hardy. I think Tom Hardy because I've heard he's just a beast on sets. Like he's just a monster, he's an animal. Him and Shia LaBeouf. Yeah, what about you?
Tom Hanks.
Tom Hanks.
He's just so inspiring. And I see him inspire other actors, and he's just such a great guy and has such an amazing career. And Ryan Reynolds, just because we'd have so much fun.
Oh yeah.
I mean, how can that not be?
He's a great guy.
All right, here we go, the last wing.
Here we go. Hasn't hit me yet.
Oh, it will. I'm starting to feel it. All right.
Okay.
Yeah.
We have made it to the end, Clark. How do you feel?
Well, I've enjoyed the interview. I like the wings. This is getting difficult with each second.
I'm gonna have to agree with you there. It's been a great conversation, great wings. I wonder how long this is gonna last.
Definitely not till tonight's performance, I hope. Thank you to all those who tuned in, and we hope you have a great time with us. This has been Spicy Cues, and as always, stay spicy.
That's it for this edition of Spicy Cues. If you missed seeing one of the sold-out showings of Hamlet, don't worry. It's available on YouTube. Just do a search for PCC TV and enjoy. That's PCC space TV on YouTube.
To be or not to be? That is the question.
Thou knowest 'tis common, all that lives must die.
'Tis unmanly grief. You are the most immediate to our throne.
My lord, I came to see your father's funeral.
We both obey and give up ourselves in the full bent to lay our service freely at your feet to be commanded.
Perhaps he loves you now, but you must fear. His greatness weighed, his will is not his own.
Something is rotten in the state of Denmark. A horrible, most horrible murder. There is something in his soul.
Fear it, Ophelia.
Oh, sweet heavens, help us.
Fear it, my dear sister.
Thou turns my eyes into my very soul, and there I see such black and green spots as will not leave their cheeks.
His antic sword, rebellious to his arm, lies where it falls, repugnant to command. I'm very proud! Revengeful!
Though this be madness, yet there's method in it.
What would you undertake to show yourself indeed your father's son, more than in words?
Well, hey gang, we want to thank all our very special guests who joined us today for this very special episode of Friday Live from PCC. We'd especially like to thank our wonderful guests for their knowledge, their insight, and sharing all their love with us. So make sure to join us next time for more Friday Live from PCC.